Have you ever spotted somebody across the room, let's say in a lecture in university or, I don't know, at church, and you make eye contact, kind of unexpectedly, and suddenly it's like an electric shock just went through your entire body and you're feeling it like everywhere. Well, my friend, that's probably karmic attraction that's making you feel this way. Today my video is about karmic attraction, everything you need to know about it, why it happens, what are the signs, do you have it, just somebody else karmically attracted to you, what to do about it, is it good or bad? What is karmic attraction? I wrote a long post about this on my blog, thelifester.com, so check it out over there. I'll link to it below. Basically, karmic attraction is when you're uncontrollably physically or emotionally attracted to somebody that you just can't explain why. There's no apparent reason for it, and it's uncontrollable, undeniable, unresistible. The real reason is the karmic history you have with each other that's still hidden from you. You were probably together in a past life as lovers, or maybe you wanted to be, but you weren't able to. So in this life, the universe has brought you back together using karmic attraction so that you can work your karma out with each other. Some call it love at first sight, some call it that spark, but it is most likely the history you have together. It's like when you see somebody you knew from childhood and it's like you're familiar, it's like no time has passed, you're comfortable with each other again. It's karmic attraction is similar. You see each other and then it's like you know each other already. The thing is, karmic attraction is almost impossible to ignore. That's the first sign that you know that you are karmically attracted to somebody. You just can't ignore it. You can't get over it. If you try not to think about that person, then everybody starts to look like that person. If you are trying to ignore them or not think about them, they start popping up on your Instagram, on all your social feeds, and you just can't get away. It's like an invasion of your brain. The second sign that what you're experiencing is karmic attraction is that the feeling intensifies over time. You can't get it out of your head. It just gets stronger and stronger. Even if you try to suppress it or push it away, that feeling gets stronger. Even if you try to ignore the other person, you just can't. And you find yourself kind of nurturing it subconsciously. So let's say at work, you have a crush on your coworker and it's this attraction that you just can't ignore. So you find yourself, I don't know, accidentally timing when you go to the elevator to leave work and suddenly, oh, you're stuck in the elevator with this person, and then, gives you another chance to spend some time together. The third sign is a little bit more pure in a sense. So you might be karmically attracted to somebody and then feel this great familiarity with this person. Even though you don't really know them, maybe they're new in your life or still a stranger, but you feel like you somehow get each other or you know each other already, and you might even find yourself saying so early on things like, I love you. It has happened to me. So yeah, another whole story I'll tell you later, but that's another sign of karma in a relationship, when the other person feels so close to you as if they could be your family member. The reason why this type of attraction is absolutely irresistible and you're almost powerless against it. It is because there's something bigger, something larger at play here, something bigger than you, which is your karma, your history, which is the big hand of the universe, big hand of God, let's say, that is bringing you together because there's work that you need to do together. There's something something unfinished that you need to finish, karmic debt that you need to repay with each other. That's why it's absolutely irresistible. No matter what you try to do, you can't escape the situation or the feelings, because you're supposed to go through these feelings, through maybe a potential relationship, so you can work things out. You can repay your karmic debt. Is karmic attraction always connected to sexual attraction? Well, most of the time, probably yes, but not necessarily. You could have this irresistible attraction towards somebody, like a teacher, as in like you want to be the student of a teacher or the disciple of a master. Or you could have this crazy attraction towards another person who you become friends with, and then you enter into a karmic friendship, which I've also blogged about. So go to lifester.com and check that out. Is karmic attraction good or bad? Well, it's neither. And the reason is because, as I said, you're powerless against this attraction. There is something you need to work out with each other. That's why you've been brought together. There's something you need to teach each other. There's something you need to learn through this experience. There's some unfulfilled desire from a past life, or in Sanskrit they say past samskaras, that you need to dissolve or you need to work through or let go of. So whatever desire you have had about a person or about a certain experience you want to have in a past life or even earlier on in this life, you need to let it go. You need to fulfill that desire in a way, or let the desire be dissolved. And that's why this karma is stepping in, giving you karmic attraction towards someone and making you go into a certain experience so that you can learn finally and let go. Or you can pay back your debt to somebody, and then you're free from that. You're debt free. There's a personal story I want to share with you about how karmic attraction affected me and what lesson I learned from that. As I said, it's personal, so I'm a little bit hesitant to share, but if it helps somebody, then I think it's worth talking about. I share the story in more detail on my blog, so if you really want all the details, go check out the blog. I'll give a very short summary here because it's difficult for me to talk about. I mean, this is my personal experience, these are my feelings, and another person was involved. What if they're watching? Anyway, sorry in advance. So, way back when I was in a relationship, and I started having feelings towards somebody else who was the best friend of the person I was in a relationship with. Extremely difficult situation on all sides, as you can imagine. But nothing happened. That person and I broke up, and then years later, I bumped into that guy who I had a crush on. And this time, it was obvious that the attraction was mutual. So we entered into a relationship. It was really great. It was quite strong in the sense, my feelings were very, very strong. And this is why I think this is karmic attraction, because no matter how much we tried to resist the situation, years went by and then somehow we were brought together again when the situation was more ready for us to spend time together, to work out whatever karma we had with each other and to learn whatever lesson we needed to learn. So after spending a couple of months together, which were great, the relationship ended really, really, really painfully. And I realized that this person was more of a taker than a giver. So I was pouring out all my love and all my feelings towards this person, and they just were taking, they weren't replenishing these feelings, this love. And it literally felt like there was a black hole in my heart. And the feelings, the life, the love was just being sucked out like a vacuum, and all that was left was this big black hole, and nothing else was going in to rebalance me. And I finally realized that, okay, I don't want this in my life. So it ended, and what I needed to learn from the situation was that I will not allow somebody just to take and not give back anything in return. This was probably the biggest lesson needed to learn. And karmically, probably I had treated this person the exact same way in a past life. So maybe I had taken too much from this person and they had given their everything to me. And in this life, the roles were reversed. So I had to experience firsthand what it's like when somebody just takes and doesn't give back. After the whole thing was over, I really feel that our karmic debt was repaid to each other, because there was no connection anymore. There was no thread like connecting us. That person is no longer on my mind, and I feel free from that person, from that attraction, which had followed me for years, like almost, I don't know, 6-7 years. The attraction or the thought kind of stayed in the back of my mind. But then after the whole thing happened, after we kind of gave in to the karmic attraction, the karma was worked out and dissolved, and then I was free. So karmic attraction is not necessarily bad, because the universe here is making you go through something that you really must do in order to learn, to grow, to be free. And the more free you are, the more you can progress on your spiritual path towards the ultimate goal. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced karmic attraction toward anybody? Was it a painful ending, or was it fine? Was it kind of a mutual decision to split? What did you learn from it? Do you feel free now that is over? And on the flip side, if the karmic attraction led you towards a long-term relationship that you're still in, I want to hear that too, because that also happened to me. That's another story for another video. But put it in the comments. I really want to hear how karmic attraction has affected you in your life and how it has helped you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, please hit the like button. It helps more people discover this video and maybe be helped by it. Please subscribe to my channel. We talk about karma here, relationships, and anything that helps us to get rid of our baggage and be a bit more free. Thanks so much. See you next time.